Another week and I'm in yet another insignificant building on an industrial estate somewhere in the Midlands. But trust me when I tell you that what's behind that door is not representative of its slightly dreary surroundings. Come take a look at this.
This is the all-electric Rolls-Royce Spectre. Now, Rolls-Royce spends its time attempting to make their V12 petrol engines as meek as possible, while still being able to make significant progress, as Rolls would say. So, an all-electric Rolls-Royce? Well, that makes complete sense. And this is what we know about it. Now, way back in the 1900s, Charles Rolls actually said that an electric powertrain, and don't forget electric cars were pretty popular then, would be perfect for a Rolls-Royce with its silence and effortless power. Well, it's taken just a century, but here it is. And it's absolutely spectacular. Now, this bottom colour in this two-tone aero colour scheme is called Chartreuse, and it's exclusive to the Spectre. It apparently divides opinion back at HQ. Here in the studio, honestly, it looks absolutely magnificent. But what do you think? As always, do let us know in the comments below.
Okay, so this is pretty obviously a very imposing car, particularly with me sitting here. You know, it's big and bold, it's expensive looking. You've got split headlights like you find on the Phantom Coupe, and here, my friends, is the widest grille in the company's history. It's 92 centimetres long. Yeah, I know that's a bit strange because there's no engine in there to be cooled down. So the grille is there instead to help with the aerodynamics, to push the air around the front of the car. And then there's this little lady, the iconic Spirit of Ecstasy. Even she's been updated. She just leans forward more so the air can flow around her. And all of those things come together to help make the Spectre the most aerodynamic Rolls-Royce ever. It's probably no surprise when I tell you that it's got a decent battery and good range. After all, you're not going to want to stop when you've got an HRH or a VIP in here, are you? So it has a 100 kilowatt hour battery, and Rolls-Royce has confirmed a range of 310 miles. And when you consider that the average driving distance of one of its cars is just 20 kilometres-ish a day, that range is going to be more than enough for most of its customers. And that will all be backed up by decent fast charging speeds too, although they're keeping mum on that at the moment. All right then, geek fact time. Those are 23-inch wheels. The biggest rims on a production two-door coupe since the Bugatti Royale in 1926, in fact. All right, some SUVs have wheels that size, but not many cars like this. I always thought that for my size, I had quite long legs until I stood next to a Rolls-Royce. It's quite depressing, really. Now, you may have heard of Rolls-Royce's Starlight headliner. Here it is in action. It's got tiny fibre optics stitched into it, thousands of them creating a starry sky as you drive along. I reckon it's quite possibly the coolest optional extra on a car ever. But in the Spectre, it goes one step further. You can actually have starlight doors, which has 4,800 tiny stars twinkling away. You know, I'm dreaming of driving along in this car with Coldplay on full blast. And if you know which track I'll be listening to, let me know in the comments below.
Rolls-Royce calls its new digital dash and connected services Spirit. And it's configurable so that you can show what you want, when you want, and even match the colour of the dials to the interior. It's also got a smartphone app called Whispers, which allows you to do all the usual stuff, from seeing live information about the car to setting the climate or preconditioning the battery. 21st century Rolls-Royce at its finest.
So the Spectre has been through a really intensive testing programme. It's been driven for over 2 million miles, which is quite a bit more than the average programme would go through. Rolls-Royce has confirmed that it's going to have something called smart suspension that reads the road ahead and then uses GPS data to warn of upcoming corners, to provide what they say is a new standard in ride and handling. Not only that, the new bespoke structure which incorporates the battery makes this car the stiffest car that Rolls-Royce has ever produced, which is good because if the body is stiff, then the suspension can do its thing more efficiently. So this should handle and ride brilliantly. And we will be finding out next summer. So do subscribe to the YouTube channel so you'll know when that first drive video lands. So you can order a Spectre right now, and it's going to be priced between the Cullinan SUV at £264,000 and the Phantom at £360,000. So we reckon somewhere in the region of £300,000. So plenty of time to start saving before they hit the market at the end of 2023.
Do let us know what you think about this car in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and switch those notifications on, because if you love electric cars, this is the place to be.